Hello there everybody, welcome to my review of the 75402 ARC-170, which retails for $70 and includes 4 minifigures, which we will get to. It's 497 pieces, and it's for ages 9+, but does anybody actually pay attention to those? Anyways, the first figure we're going to take a look at today is Clone Pilot Oddball, which is very cool to get Oddball for the first time. Your Oddball has torso printing, leg printing, arm printing, and then on the helmet he has more of like black markings and this yellow mark, which is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty good figure. The next figure we're going to take a look at is Captain Jack, which he has the leg printing, torso printing, a helmet printing, which is more of a blue, which I think looks pretty cool. The last figure we're going to take a look at is just an ordinary clone pilot, which same torso and legs, but the helmet is more of like a red striping. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Now comparing him to the 2015 clone pilot, we can see it's just so much better. I think the helmet mold looks slightly different, but if it's not, cool. If it is, cool. But comment down below if it's the same mold. But anyways, it's just so much better, and I just glad Lego's improving on some clone troopers. I guess, yeah, that's the little comparison right there. Now, all of the clone pilots in this set, they do all have the exact same head, torso, and legs, so the only thing setting them apart is the helmet, being Oddball, Captain Jack, and a ordinary clone pilot. That is still pretty cool, you know, keeping it accurate. And so if you get mad about Lego being cheap and lazy, they're being accurate for once. Now, when I first saw these figures, I thought that they had dual molded legs because from the front it looks like they do, but when you turn them around, they do not have dual molded legs, which is very unfortunate. But I guess that they're not 100% needed here, but it still would have been cool if they had done it. Now see, these are some of the best and most accurate clone troopers Lego has made in a while, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, these guys look great. And the last figure in the set is R4P44, which is very cool. And I'm excited to finally have a green astromech droid, since all I have is blue, red, pink, orange, and now green. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, normal astromech stuff, slightly janky head printing, no back printing, and front torso printing. So that's pretty cool. So if we look at the box, we can see right here is Plo Koon's Starfighter. Now that is just so cool, but they really fumbled it because in 2010 we had the pairing of the ARC-170 and the Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter. But then when we heard rumors of a Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter, we were very excited because we get that pairing again. But then we find out that the microfighter, yay. But what I think they should have done is make the Ahsoka Jedi Interceptor a microfighter, and then release the Plo Koon Starfighter in this wave, push the Ahsokas to the June wave, and then release a normal Plo Koon Starfighter to go along with this. I think that would have been a lot better and a lot cooler. But then again, it's Lego. Only the best is good enough. Now it's finally time to take a look at the ship, which we will do in just a moment. But first off, I just wanted to go over a few things with the exterior, and then we'll get to some of the more play feature stuff. First off, I just wanted to point out the stickers on this set. Also, don't make fun of me for all the bubbles that got built up. I was never great at doing stickers, but anyways, they couldn't make the white of the sticker match up with the white of the brick, which is really sad because they were able to do that back in 2010. They really should have printed the cockpits and then made this piece of sticker right here, because that would have been much better, and maybe the printing would have matched better with the white of the brick. And again, if we look at the printing on this piece compared to the dark red, because that's supposed to be dark red, because I know on camera it looks kind of like a brown and it's black. That's meant to be dark red. That does not match whatsoever. So again, I say only the best is good enough. The engines look really good on this set, so that's a good positive. So we're going to take a look at the cannons, which is unfortunate because they just plopped a spring-loaded shooter right here. So the cannons should be moved up, and then they should have put the spring-loaded shooters on the bottom. And the other thing is that they used a brown here, which even if that is accurate, it looks kind of dumb. They should have used a black piece instead. So I don't know what they were doing, but it was weird. Looking at the back of the model, we can see the engines here, and there's some little back charts, so that's pretty cool. So they can fight any vulture droids that we haven't had in 11 years. Anyways, so they won't be brutally exploded. So that's always a positive in life. So opening the cockpits and getting the troopers in there is pretty easy. You just lift up the cockpits. Before we get the troopers in there, I just want to take a look at each cockpit. So this is the first one, which they really should have moved the control panel up because that is not realistic. But anyways, then the next cockpit has a print that is the first time for me. Sorry, you can't really see it that well. Holding the camera is kind of hard like this. Then you can see some blue pieces here. The droid spot in the last cockpit, which is pretty simple. But yeah, so those are all of the cockpits. The loading of the troopers is pretty easy. You can do whatever you want with the pistol, but then just sit the legs, the arms up. Why are these helmets always so touchy? But anyways, you can just sit them down in there if this thing would work. But yeah, and then we can go ahead and take the other two pilots, and they're harder to fit in there since their cockpits are a lot smaller. And then we just take this guy, and yeah, so they look pretty cool in there. One of the more annoying parts of the set is if you already have the pilots in here and you go to get the droid out, you can't. So you have to take the pilots out. There goes his helmet. And then take the droid out. So that can be really annoying. I just have the same problem going back in with getting the droid. So you can, I think you can barely fit it, but yeah, you're better off taking the figures out and then putting the droid in. So put the droid in first and then the figures, and even then it's still hard. Now we got all of our troopers in the ship, so we can just go ahead and close each cockpit. So that's pretty cool. Something weird about this set is that the wings are the white got shrinked from the last one, but the dark red part of the wings is still the exact same stud length as the 2010 model, which is really weird. Now, putting the ship in flight mode is pretty easy. So we just take this Technic piece here and push on it, and boom, the wings are opened up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And now we're going to take a look at it from other angles. Now, finding a good place to pick this setup has been kind of hard because this is a good place, but the pieces on the bottom make it weird. You can pick it up like this, but I wouldn't recommend it. It looks weird. So yeah, I would probably recommend this. But yeah, but don't expect to have the wings folded out like this because it pushes your finger out and it's kind of weird. Now, I have heard of people having the problem of these pieces falling off a lot, which has not happened to me yet, but when it does, I'll make a community post maybe. But, so be careful with that. Now, would I recommend this set? It depends. If you're low on money, I'd say wait for this to go on sale. If you're rich, go ahead. If you're a big fan of the Clone Wars, definitely. Or Revenge of the Sith. But this is a great set, despite it being very small, which is, of course, in this day and age. But this is still a great set, and I would recommend it to almost anyone. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. And if you didn't enjoy, leave a dislike, I guess.